Leica, a name that rings with heritage, craftsmanship, and a stubborn dedication to the perfect image. But what if Leica's next chapter isn't about nostalgia, but about reinvention? What if behind the silent doors of Leitz Park, new machines are being forged to redefine what photography can be in 2026? Welcome to Alt Buzz. Today we're counting down 3 of the most talked about Leica cameras expected for 2026. None are confirmed, all are speculative. But if even one becomes real, it could shift the landscape of photography forever. If you enjoy deep dives into photography gear and future tech, hit that subscribe button now. Let's begin. At number 3, we have the elusive Leica Q4. The Leica Q series has always been about one thing: uncompromising simplicity married to uncompromising quality. A fixed 28mm Summilux lens. A full-frame sensor, no fuss. The current flagship, the Q3, remains a modern marvel. 60 megapixels of full-frame clarity, hybrid photo and video capabilities, in-body stabilization, and that signature Leica rendering that makes every image feel alive. It's the kind of camera that disappears in your hands, letting you focus purely on the moment. For street photographers and travel shooters, it's become something close to the perfect tool. Here's the truth. As of late 2025, the idea of a Q4 remains almost purely wishful speculation. It's talked about on forums, debated on Reddit threads, mentioned by enthusiasts who dream of what's next. But there are no leaks, no patents, no insider reports. One user summed it up bluntly: Q4 is not likely to be a major upgrade and not likely to come very soon. The likely upgrades are electronic viewfinder, processor, and autofocus. That's the extent of the chatter right now. The silence around Q4 is deafening, and in the camera world, silence usually means nothing is happening. But let's imagine Leica does decide to plant a Q4 into the world. What could it bring? A refined full-frame sensor, still around 60 megapixels, but optimized for better dynamic range and low-light performance. The kind of improvements that reveal themselves in shadow detail, in highlight roll-off, in the way color transitions smoothly. Slightly improved autofocus or subject detection. Though with a fixed 28mm lens, Q users often prioritize composition over autofocus speed. Potential tweaks in usability, refined grip, controls, maybe faster image stabilization that lets you shoot handheld in darker conditions. Perhaps updated video features, 10-bit 4K, more modern codecs, to appeal to hybrid shooters who want one camera for both stills and motion. Why Q4 remains unlikely? Leica seems more invested in evolving their M series and medium format ambitions, not pushing rapid iterations on their compact Q series. The Q3 remains modern enough, with technology that won't feel dated for years. There's no emergent technology screaming to justify a Q4 being rushed out. Leica has always moved at its own pace, and that pace right now seems pointed elsewhere. If you've been considering a Q4, treat it as wishful thinking. The Q3 is the realistic, ready-now option. At number 2, we have the anticipated Leica M12, or the next-generation N-mount digital rangefinder. The M series is more than a camera line. It's a philosophy. It's the embodiment of discipline, of trusting your eye, of slowing down in a world that moves too fast. For decades, Leica's M-mount cameras have represented the purist's dream. A rangefinder that demands skill, rewards intention, and produces images that feel timeless. No autofocus to second-guess your decisions. Just manual focus, precise framing, and the quiet click of a shutter. So when whispers began circulating about an M12, the community leaned in. But then things got complicated. Here's the conflicting story. M-series fans have long hoped for a purely digital M-body with modern sensor and processing that doesn't compromise the rangefinder experience. On the optimistic side, there are calls for fresh digital M cameras. On the skeptical side, some sources claim M12 is dead, citing difficulties securing the trademark in markets like the United States. Moreover, Leica's recent introduction of the MEV-1, an electronic viewfinder-based M-mount camera, suggests Leica might be modernizing the M line via electronic viewfinder rather than traditional optical rangefinder. As one community member put it, they're not going to release the M12 and cannibalize MEV-1 sales. The timing seems wrong, the market positioning unclear. If Leica does produce a digital M12, picture this: a true optical rangefinder plus M-mount digital body aimed at purists and street photographers. A high-resolution, full-frame sensor, likely 60 megapixel class, with updated processing that delivers cleaner files and better color science. The kind of sensor that captures the subtlety Leica lenses are famous for: micro-contrast, three-dimensional rendering, that intangible quality that makes Leica images recognizable at a glance. Lens compatibility with existing M-mount legacy lenses, a big draw for collectors who've invested in glass over decades. Minimalistic ergonomics, classic Leica feel with brass top plates, but updated for modern digital workflows with faster processing and improved ISO performance. The challenges are real. The market for high-end digital rangefinders is niche. Many photographers prefer versatile mirrorless with electronic viewfinder and autofocus. The rangefinder experience requires learning, patience, and acceptance of limitations. Development cost versus return is uncertain. If M12 becomes real, it would be a statement that Leica still values tradition and believes in the purist photographer. For Leica, it would reassert their unique identity, differentiating from Canon, Nikon, Fujifilm. But it's a gamble, betting that enough photographers still care about the rangefinder experience. Before we move to number 1, if you want to stay updated with every leak and announcement, check out our website altbuzzmedia.com and consider joining our membership. Members get early access to reports and image quality comparisons. Also, subscribe to AltBuzz now and hit the bell icon. At number 1, we have the highly anticipated Leica S4, a medium format heavyweight. Among all the whispers circulating, the strongest signals point toward a new mirrorless medium format Leica, possibly named S4, that could reshape Leica's position at the top of professional photography gear. If the speculation is true, this is Leica making a statement that they're ready to compete at the highest level of commercial, fashion, landscape, and fine art photography where image quality isn't negotiable. Medium format has always been the domain of professionals who need every advantage. More resolution, more dynamic range, more tonal gradation. Leica entering this space signals ambition on a scale we haven't seen from them in years. Multiple sources mention that Leica is expected to unveil a medium format body during 2026. There's rising demand among professionals for high-resolution, high-dynamic range medium format cameras that can handle the brutal requirements of commercial work. Fashion photographers need files that can be retouched extensively without falling apart. Landscape photographers need dynamic range that captures detail from deepest shadows to brightest highlights in a single exposure. Studio portrait photographers need resolution that reveals every eyelash, every skin texture, every nuance of expression. Leica's recent strategic moves, lens line announcements, medium format lens patents, whispers of sensor partnerships, suggest they're preparing for a high-end push. This isn't just speculation. There are tangible signs that something significant is in development. What could the S4 deliver? A medium format digital sensor, far larger than full frame, offering dramatic dynamic range and tonal gradation that makes images feel three-dimensional. Possibly 60 to 100 megapixels or more, enough resolution to print billboard size or crop aggressively without losing quality. The kind of files that professional retouchers and art directors demand, where every pixel matters. A new S-mount medium format lens line with modern, high-performance glass designed specifically for digital sensors. Mirrorless form factor with electronic viewfinder showing real-time exposure preview. In-body stabilization that makes handheld medium format shooting actually practical. And modern autofocus aids like focus peaking. Price point expected around $15,000 to $20,000 US. This is a machine for professionals who demand perfection and have clients who pay for it. It's not a camera you buy on impulse. It's an investment in capability. Why does this make sense? Medium format continues to be the professional standard for high-end photography, where full frames simply can't deliver the same presence. The images have a quality that's hard to quantify, but impossible to miss. Better separation between subject and background, smoother transitions, richer color, more three-dimensional rendering. Leica entering that space with modern usability aligns with their brand identity of ultimate image quality. It would reassert Leica's relevance as a future-forward manufacturer, competing with Fujifilm, GFX, and Hasselblad, brands that currently dominate the accessible medium format market. For Leica, success here would mean reclaiming their position, not just as a heritage brand trading on nostalgia, but as a serious tool for professionals who need the absolute best. The risks are substantial. Development cost is enormous. Medium format sensors are expensive to manufacture. Lenses require massive glass elements. And in-body stabilization for such large sensors is an engineering nightmare. Market viability is uncertain at such high prices, especially when many photographers are moving towards smaller, more portable gear. Competition is fierce. Fujifilm's GFX system offers incredible value. Hasselblad brings decades of expertise, and even high-resolution full-frame cameras are eating into medium formats territory. Sensor supply chain constraints could delay release, but if S4 succeeds, it could become the dream camera for studio portraits, landscape, commercial work, and fine art. Combining medium format quality with modern usability in a package professionals can take into the field. Why does this expected lineup matter? If S4 launches successfully, it could shift professional budgets from full frame to medium format across the industry. Photographers currently content with high-resolution full frame might reconsider when they see what medium format delivers. M12 would cater to purity-seeking street photographers who value rangefinder discipline, a smaller but intensely loyal market. Q4 signals Leica's commitment to their compact premium identity. For brands like Canon, Nikon, Sony, Fujifilm, Panasonic, a strong medium format Leica raises the bar for sensor quality and build quality, pushing everyone to innovate faster. Here's our assessment. S4 is most plausible, biggest potential impact, clearest market positioning, strongest alignment with Leica's strategic direction. The evidence is compelling. M12 is moderately plausible, depends on balancing tradition versus modernization. The business case is shakier, the market smaller. Q4 is least likely in the near term, more community wish than credible plan. What should we watch? Patent filings for S4 or M12 revealing technical approaches. Supply chain hints about medium format sensors manufactured in quantities suggesting a new platform. New lens announcements, especially medium format glass. Leica's roadmap teasers in press releases. The next few months will be telling. If Leica pulls this off, 2026 could be a turning point, where Leica reasserts dominance not through nostalgia, but through uncompromising evolution. So what do you think? Which camera excites you most, S4, M12, or Q4? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe to AltBuzz and press the bell. For early access and exclusive content, visit altbuzzmedia.com and join our membership. In the end, cameras are more than machines. They're promises. Promises of moments captured, stories told, light bent into memory. And when Leica whispers of what's next, we listen. Thanks for watching AltBuzz. Stay curious, stay ready, and keep your lens sharp.